Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our reaction to Oasis. It is going to be for this song Wonderwall, and this is our first time single take on its reaction to Wonderwall. This is a Patreon request by our patron AB23.
Yeah, since I've heard this song a few times in the late 90s,
Okay.
I will, just react to the music, and thereafter I'll play the role of an interviewer who will question Kirti about the lyrics and the song,
Okay.
so that she can share a pure reaction on that. To know what a pure reaction means, you could definitely check out our Patreon page where we'll discuss it at length in our intro video. The link to our Patreon page is in the description box of this video. So basically a pure reaction is when a reactor has never listened to the song, the artist or the genre of music before in their life. And this is the case with Oasis and Kirti today. So let's get started with Kirti's pure reaction to Oasis song Wonderwall. I can never get tired of a song like this. Never ever. This is what it's all about. This is what is music.
Wow. This is what is music. Wow.
What are your thoughts, feelings
very
on?
clear.
Let's go in phases.
Yeah,
What are your
yeah.
feelings after hearing this song?
I loved it. I loved it. You feel good. You feel, I don't know, there is something lights up within you. Maybe that's the vocals that is doing the magic. Maybe that's the whole composition of the music that is doing the magic. I don't know what exactly, but it feels like there is a lightning up within you. I'm not sure if that's how everybody else feels, but that's exactly how I felt during the song, after the song now, and I feel like listening to it a bit more now, right now.
We've already listened to a song twice in this session.
I know.
Once during the reaction and then off camera
Wherever
silently.
you will go.
Yeah, that is already done.
Yeah.
So to do the second song to listen
Wonderwall.
to one more time, that will be
I guess we
wow.
are just gonna
But
do
this
that. Yeah.
is that good a song. This is
It
another
is.
masterpiece.
And to get the whole gist of it, not talking about only the lyrics, the whole musical composition, it requires 1, 2, 3, 4 listens to understand everything that went on. Because for me, on the first listen, I was, it hit me so suddenly that I wasn't ready for it. This is just one of the songs where I can say I wasn't ready for all of that happened.
Yeah, it tends to leave you awestruck. That
Yeah.
is a phenomenal ability, the remarkable quality of great musicians that the first time you listen to them, like a pure reactor like Kirti, one of the rarest of gems on YouTube is a pure reactor, and we are very, very fortunate to have her as the chief of Enoma. So when you, a pure reactor, listens to music like that, I remember it took me back in time. The first time I heard this song, it was on the radio. In those days, whenever we would ride our bikes, we would, underneath our helmet, we would have our earphones in our ears. And I mean, some of us, not all of us. It can be a distracting thing, but in Mumbai's traffic, it's the best blessing at times, perhaps. So when I used to ride the bike, I would often listen to the radio when I was on my classes, guest lectures, roaming around the place, which happened to be a lot in those days. So this was one of the songs that would play quite often. In fact, it would play maybe in a given day, a working day, it would play 10, 12 times in Mumbai,
Okay.
on English FM radio. So it was that popular. So obviously this is a song I've heard a lot of times, but it took me back to the first time. You know what I did, and there's no jokes about this. I actually stopped at the side of the road and I listened to the whole song. Because I said, this is something you don't want to drive while
You
you're
have to
listening.
enjoy it, yeah.
You have to listen to
In
it.
its
What is it?
entirety.
So I completely understand when you said that
Yeah.
as a pure reactor. That was my reaction at that time as a pure reactor. That I didn't want to just drive. Such songs warrant respect. So you have to stop, if you can, stop at the side, listen to it completely, then drive on. This is one of those rare songs that did that to me. I don't often do that because I'm usually, I had a lot of meetings, a lot of guest lectures, a lot of corporate workshops or gigs. So it wasn't easy to just stop all the time. But that is the beauty of such a song, that you must. So that was my pure reaction. Kirti,
Yeah.
what would you like to say about the voice? Anything about the music? Any instruments in particular? Anything about the voice that you liked?
Yes.
Anything in the way it was sung? Any
Right.
parts?
His voice just flows down very beautifully, from ear to ear, like a breeze, like a wind blowing from place to place and gently caressing you. It's as simple as that. His voice is distinct. I know that by now. This is the third song that I'm listening to by Oasis. We started it last week itself with Don't Look Back in Anger, and I like what Oasis has to offer. I may not know what is there in their catalog, but so far whatever we have heard, I like what I'm listening. And I didn't expect this one though. I literally didn't expect this one. The composition mainly was very, very, very unique. Completely different from the last two songs that we heard. I like the beginning, the acoustic start to the song, his voice and the guitar. And then when it goes into the music, after that I lost it. I really lost track of things because it was a lot of things happening and everything new happening as far as a rock band is concerned. Most of the times I know what to expect from a particular band when we are listening to them again and again. But this one was a pleasant surprise to me.
Just to jog your memory, I'll read out the.
I understand the lyrics. I do.
Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. But now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but now you never really had a doubt. That's really bad. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. I would love to hear your thoughts on this part.
Yeah, okay.
There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're going to be the one that saves me, and after all, you're my Wonderwall. So these lines, if you could, just explain them, analyze them in your own little way as a parent, a counselor, and a teacher. What are your thoughts on it, Kirti?
What I understood from the song, the essence of the song, or the thing that the song is exactly discussing is about that one person who serves as a shield to you in your life. Wonderwall, the title of the song, and that's what my understanding is from the song. I don't know what others may think or how others.
Carry on. Don't worry about what others think.
No, there is a lot to do with somebody being right or wrong here on this platform.
No, it doesn't matter for us.
It doesn't.
It shouldn't, and you should also not care about it.
That's why I mentioned that.
It's your reaction, it's your channel, it's your thoughts, and that's what people are here for.
I know.
If they're here for anything else, they would find another channel. And please do.
So, for me, it is about that person in your life who mostly takes the first step from anybody in the world before something comes to you. They actually serve as a shield between you and the world, you and the pain, you and the problems, you and anything else, any trouble.
Sort of like a parent and a child.
Yeah, sort of like a parent and a child.
The parent is the Wonderwall.
Yeah. Or in some people's life, their partners also play that role. They are always there to defend them, protect them, guard them. They will always be there before they are, their partner is getting hurt. So it's a wonderful, it's a beautiful relationship when you have with a person like that. When the opposite person is so selfless to give you so much, and this is exactly you would feel if you are as grateful as the singer or the lyrics are of this song.
What do you have to say about these specific lines? Because they're very poetic.
I know they are.
A few classical poems that I've read along the road, and all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. What are your thoughts on these lines as you reflect on them? As a pure reactor, what are your first thoughts that enter your mind right now?
What I felt from this was the person he is referring to, the person he is talking about, definitely the person is very, very, very close to him. But that person, that partner, that individual is so high, so tall as far as giving is concerned, that he feels too small. He doesn't know how to go around that person reaching on the same level. He doesn't know how he can thank or how he can do things in return. All he can say is, you're the Wonderwall. You're the one who, I care a lot about you, but I don't know how to repay things or how to show it to you. I don't know what you think about it.
Yeah, for me too, I feel almost exactly the same as you as far as the title of the song goes. And what is being discussed here. But there is a hint of maybe confusion, maybe doubt in the singer's mind or the person's mind who's singing this song. Because the line that comes, I said maybe, you're going to be the one that saves me, and after all, you're my Wonderwall. So he's not sure whether, he does know that she is the Wonderwall. But he's unsure whether she will play that role in his life.
All the time, okay.
Yeah, so I said maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. So he's little bit unsure, little bit doubtful, and hence he is also hesitant to go up to her and say this all to her. So he's made this song perhaps to reveal his innermost feelings and thoughts on this particular subject. So he's done it in a very polite, docile, serene, peaceful manner, that this is what I think. And this this is highlighting the culture of the band. You know, when we listen to music, one thing that I always look for as a psychologist and counselor, one of the things I look for in music, especially as a first-time listener, if bands and music did not have this quality, I usually tend to overlook them. I kind of make up my mind about them at that very time, and this is pretty important because sometimes people wonder why I give a very positive review or a very negative review or a critical review to a first time listen for me. It is this quality that I look for, and OASIS passed this benchmark 100% on this quality. The quality that I look for is the culture of the band, the culture of the artist. Now, what do I mean by culture? It means what are their mannerisms? How do they word things?
Yeah.
How do they do things? Do they use a lot of profanity? Are they very vulgar and cheap in their words? Are they very harsh? Do they sound very aggressive when they sing and in their words? So this is what I term as culture of the musician, culture of the band. And for many years when I discuss this with students in effective listening classes, they loved it. They always said, wow, you opened my eyes about this song, this band, this artist. For 20 years or more I've taught effective listening. Not many people know that. Perhaps this is the first time I'm mentioning it in a reaction. For 20 years, it's there on my profile, it's been there as part of our main subjects in our personality development course in Mumbai, where more than 5,000 students have passed through our classes and been through my lectures on effective listening. And this topic I discuss with them, the culture, not the words exactly, but the culture in those words. Not the music exactly, but the culture in the music.
The reflection.
Not the voice, but the culture in the voice. Hence I used to call it voice culture. So voice culture is the culture of the musician, the culture of the singer, the culture of the lyrics. And OASIS has passed 100%. Even if I possibly get a song which is not so good by them, you know, fans may have overseen it, it may be a hidden gem for me, because they have the culture. Once you have culture, even a song that usually fans may ignore, for me it's a gem. Because once a band has culture, it's very difficult to lose it. Even if they are going through trying times, even when they have had breakups, even if band members have left, one thing that always sticks with such musicians is their culture. And that is why I always respect musicians. I literally don't respect musicians or put them up on a pedestal, especially the ones that are there in today's world, and even so-called legends that are there, still screaming and shouting at the top of their lungs when their voice is not willing to give in. Their voice is ready to give in, but they are still singing like fools over there. The fact is, they lack culture, and I don't have any respect for them. But for OASIS, this song, as well as the earlier two, as well as a couple of others I have heard, Champagne Supernova is one of them I've heard, they have culture in abundance. You know, that's what I love. That's it for this one. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.
Perhaps a second listen of this reaction and what I said will help you in the future when you listen to music.
Definitely.